Yo, what's going on YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists, and welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Pete. And this time I've tried to be a little bit more organised. I've tried to lay my bench out in a more organised manner. More of a production line thing going on. So I've got models to prime, Astra Militarum, models to start base painting, Astra Militarum. I've got Genestealers to start painting up, and Raveners to do as well, and anything else I deem that I want to paint. So let's get to it. So welcome, and here we are. I cleaned up my bench a little bit, although still slightly disorganised. It's a lot more organised than it was, and I got my cup of tea. So as you can see, I got my palette here, my mixing ball bearings as and when I find I need them, some brushes I'm going to be using, brush cleaner, water, got a blue towel there, and all the stuff I need. So let's get going. We're going to start off black primer. I'm going to prime these guys black because I want to. I just like the way they look when they're primed black. So that's why I use my crappy brushes for things like priming. So here we are. And it's good to be out here today. I'm recording this on a Saturday, believe it or not. Did my weekly shopping yesterday on the Friday, which leaves me more time to do this sort of thing at the weekend. Now what I'm going to do, let's see the infinite screens going on there. I'm just going to, or I've just zoomed in a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, as you may recall, I said I was going to amalgamate the Q&S with this one. So last time was hopefully successful in doing that. And the question I asked this time was about force fields. Does anybody know where I can get force fields from? Like a power generator force field, perspex in particular, because I think they look supreme. They simply look awesome over everything else I've seen. I just want to put these on the blue towel. I've got more blue towel, so when they're dry, I'll put them at the back. So that was my question for this time. I got a couple of answers, so that's cool. So we'll talk about that momentarily. So hope you guys have got something good going on the bench, and yeah, getting these miniatures painted. It's Astra Militarum August, which means I want to get some size force of Astra Militarum painted, and that I could use on the tabletop if necessary. Doesn't have to be a big force. Doesn't have to be a big force, but something. I picked up the Start Collecting box set and a couple of other bits and bobs from eBay. I got the Start Collecting box set directly from GW, but I got the other stuff from eBay. And if you're prepared to spend a few hours looking around, you can get some good bargains on eBay. Let's put that there. So that's what I've been doing, bargain hunting, as it were. I think I do actually have a a large brush like this in good condition. This is obviously not very good condition. I was saying on my PQ, I think it was, I don't actually get through a lot of brushes, to be truthful. Usually I'm alright. We've got some sort of bazooka launching, more something like different type of gun. I'll look it up, see what type of gun it is. It's pretty cool though. It's the beauty of the internet these days, you can look at anything up. I think to myself, what is this? And I can just look it up on the internet and up it'll come. And that's good. I'll put these through the all through the same production line. So I've got two miniatures which I want to that one there and that one there. I want to bring everyone up to speed with those, get them at the same level, really, you know. That is my plan. Right, so what's been happening then? Not a lot. My daughter's going away to Sparkford on some holiday camp thing that she goes to every year. You know, activity week thingamajig, where they do all sorts of stuff, like from rock climbing to archery, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's good. She enjoys it, so got that going on. Just packing for that right now. Goes away on the Wednesday, and yeah. Actually, it's just over a week, so I think we pick up on the following Friday, of the following week, you know. Which is cool. Right. Well, these guys just about done with the priming, so that's cool. Alright, not bad at all. So I'll need another bit of blue towel to help sort my brush out, and I think now is a good time to read out. I don't have many comments, which I wasn't expecting, but got a couple there from the last one. Tattoo for You says, fun time, kicking it, finishing up my kiddo's Genestealers and gods, hopefully this week. As far as making a good shield line, tri-coloured plastic soda bottles. Mountain Dew comes in green, and I've seen yellow. You can cut them to size, heat them slightly with a hairdryer, and then press them between something heavy to straighten them. Then a hexagonal stencil to do a light dusting of a darker tone to get them to stand out. That sounds really awesome. I don't know if anyone's tried that. Well, obviously I'm sure someone's tried it. What I mean is, I don't know if anyone's done that on a video or something I could look at. That would be mega awesome. So I'd like that. If we could do that, that would be cool. If anyone's done it. So what I'm going to do here, well, on this one here, I'm just going to put the Agrax Earth shade on him, and then he'll be the same level as that one. No, not quite. Because he's got to have some Castelline green on there. Alright. I'll start on these guys. Xandri dust. So we're looking at a bit of Xandri dust. And I fill it down with a bit of water. Nothing exciting. So there we go. Xandri dust tends to make a great base colour. I'm going to use this Citadel brush for this. So yeah, about using soda bottles as to get the plastic. That's pretty awesome. Hair dryer to straighten it? I don't know. I'm sure someone would have done that. So if anybody's done it, wants to point me in the direction of their video, that's cool. I'd like to watch that. It's the only Perspex power generator shield thing I saw. About 25 quid for one. And it wasn't that big really. I mean, oh, it's okay, it's large enough. But the one, you know, for one, I'd be thinking of a set for that price, you know. More. Okay. My dogs are barking. I'll best go and find out. Make sure everything's okay. Well, they seem to have stopped barking now. Could be another delivery, I suppose. Could be. My daughter's there to answer the door. This is Xandri dust. Usually takes about two coats, but sometimes you can get away with it. Which is pretty awesome. You know, if you can do that. Bit more of an unusual pose, this one. He's pointing a bolt pistol and holding a grenade. That's why it's in different poses. Otherwise they're all the same, and I don't plan on having hundreds of these guys, so the ones I have got, try and make different poses and stuff out of them. That's my idea, that's my theory. You don't have to worry too much about the second coat of this stuff, because we put an Agrax air shade on top of it anyway, and then highlighting it back up so, with the same colour, so I'm not overly worried. I'll take this opportunity to do a little bit of Xandri dust on this guy. That I missed earlier. Okay. Oh, might be the time. Another comment, I don't know. Right. Certainly it's time for a sip of tea. What say you? That reminds me, I don't know why, but I'm going to do a video response for Vince Venturella. Metal versus plastic, when this is being recorded. Anyway, back to the thing. Ralph Astley put, MJ figures have a range of force field wars. Trouble is, they seem to be out of stock, and I've had a look. He sent me the link, and I've had a look at the link. It looks very good and very cost effective. And as I said, thanks. I knew I could rely on you, Ralph, for the information. So that guy is a walking encyclopedia of wargaming knowledge. So yeah. But these guys look quite good when they're done, these Astra Militarum types. Anyway, I'd like to try and put them through the Fate of Fame same scenario. I think it will be okay because they haven't. They're due a new codex sometime. So it's about as the codex is about as outdated as the Tyranids. So I think it'll be quite a good matchup. I think you'll get about the same amount of points figures for the army as the Necrons did in that campaign. So I don't think it'll be too imbalanced, I don't think. Pardon me. Yeah, you don't want to worry too much about the coats. Because like I say, you'll be putting Agrax out. Well, I'll be putting Agrax Earthshade. Talking like it's a tutorial, it's not. I'll be putting Agrax Earthshade over on top of it anyways, so it's really not a problem. Yeah, production line methods are pretty good for getting figures done quickly, and if I can do it on paint on the bench, I was going to say painting with Pete then. That was an old name I was going to use. No, if we get them done for on the bench, then so much the better, you know. And I know I've got to work on my stuff for whatever the campaign is, which in this case is Tyranids and Necron. I haven't built all the gargoyles yet, so I've got to do that. I think he's good. Right, that's that one. Pete Beer just said, nice one Pete, got this one ready for my next painting session. I think Jason Pryor put something down as well about, we might have done. That's a lot you got going on the bench there. Unless that was the last one. I do get confused. That's okay. I know you guys forgive me. Okay. These guys looking like they'll dry quite quickly, especially under the glare of all the lights I've got going on here. 3 lights at the moment, 4 if you count the one above my head. Get these guys done, and I can move on to the Genestealers. And then I'll come back. I'll come back once the original primer's done, I think. Yeah. So one more to do in this group here. I primed these yesterday, I think it was. I tried to do it on the bench yesterday. It started off okay, but yeah, things happened and I ended up having to stop doing it because real life was getting in the way. So it has a habit of doing. Today, however, I'm just painting, having a good time. Yeah. Looks like I may have judged this amount of Xandri just right, which is pleasing because I don't like to waste paint. I know I could use a wet palette, but it goes all weird after a while anyway, I find. Too wet. And it's like you've like kind of wasted it anyway, because you've got to end up putting more paint in with it. Oops. Well, I'm getting quite good at judging. Not on the very small stuff. I'm not good at that, but right. I'm gonna, during this session, think of a question for you guys. One there later. This definitely seems better when you've got more space. Right. Looking at these, I quite like some I've done in the red as well. Quite like that. But these are just ones I've done before. Kind of and a bit of a test run, if you will. I think I've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I quite like the idea of the red skin. I quite like it more than I thought I was going to. This guy here is holding a Necron head, so I want to get that one done right. I think we'll make him a red skin. Red skin. Red skin. And a red red skin. At the moment, those 4 are going to be red skinned, which I'm going to be using Mephiston Red, because it's a classic. Classic colour for that. Could use corn red, but I don't really. I'm not sure. Use corn red. I don't know. I might try one that's corn red. You know, why not? Sure. I love that my Tyranids are all different colours. I love that. Leave my paper towel over there. Yes, some of them could even be green skins, couldn't they? And blue skins. They could. Green skins like orcs. But I quite like the idea of red. So we will go Mephiston red for these. It's amazing how quickly the water discolours when you're doing these painting things. Right. Just looking in my palette, I got some red going on in there already from yesterday. Every so often I clean my palette right up. Okay. Now, which brush shall I use to paint their skin? I think I'll use this Army Painter one. It's not too bad. Right, so we'll start with Mr. Ripping Head Off Necron guy. I think that's quite an effective. That's kind of the extent of my conversions, really. But you know, keep on practicing, do more stuff, and that'll be good. Love seeing some of you guys' conversions that you do. I mean, orc stuff is fantastic. I'm gonna be doing an orc bomber. When I get to October, definitely, it's decided. Orc bomber for October. Chance to build a rebel kit and a large airplane as well. You know, it's too good a chance to pass up. Just is. Love this red, absolutely love it. I think Mephiston red is my favourite red in the painting range. I think it's lovely. It's a great colour, really is. Oh, sorry, got my teacup in the shot here. Not very professional. I do want to become more professional at this channel and doing it, but at the same time I want to still keep it, as my hobby. And some people seem to make a good kind of business out of doing commission painting, and fair play to them. It's a hard thing to do. I think it's very difficult, especially when you've got to get things done. You can't take your time and enjoy stuff. I don't know, it's just questions I've had lately. It's kind of making me think about the whole hobby thing. Sure, I'd like to make a little bit of money out of it, but that's different from turning it into a business, I feel. I think it is anyway. There's a difference between being supported and having customers. So you're under pressure to deliver them. I'll take this opportunity as well to push my Patreon page. I haven't done that in a while. So if you want to check out my Patreon page, you can support me on there for as little as $1 a month. And every little will, I promise you, go towards improving channel production and output. When I say output, I don't mean quantity, because I think I put out quite a lot of quantity as it is of videos, but quality. I really want to look into getting better sound and lighting. Well, I can make do with what lighting I've got. I think a decent sound recorder would be good though. Look into it, but yeah, it's just like throwing me a tip really, if you want to. Think of me as the cyberspace busker. My music is modelling. Model with the music. You don't think it would take long to do the skin on a Genestealer, but it does, it seems to. Yeah, it seems to take a long time. Cool, man, you wouldn't believe how hot it is here at the moment. These lights really make it hot. I may end up having to open one of my windows, get some air in here. Whether I can get through this hour without doing it, rather than interrupt it. Nearly done this guy. Nearly there. Nearly there. Sorry for the silence there. I'm just concentrating, I suppose. Concentrating on making a mess, yeah. Or whatever. Whatever else it is. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Well, that's one of the Genestealers done in red. My goodness. Okay. Right. Thinking, do I have any bigger brushes? I may switch out to this one, standard brush. So much for me going to open a window. I will do that now. Just bear with me. And I'm back. Right, where was I? Ah, yes. This guy here. Okay. So, I'm hoping we're going to be watching Batman vs Superman soon. I know it's, people hate on it and stuff, but I still like to make up my own mind on a film. Well, on anything actually. Someone says they hate it, I still like to see for myself, because not all, you know, sometimes I disagree. And obviously, you know, don't want any spoilers, but I'm guessing the only way Batman will be able to fight Superman is it's got to have something to do with kryptonite, hasn't it? Because it's always kryptonite with Superman. But, we shall see. Interesting to see why they end up fighting like they do. I've only seen one trailer. I'm just waiting for it to come to us on a rental or something, you know. I obviously didn't go to the cinema to see it. I rarely go to the cinema these days. I've got like a disabled person's card, which gives me a pretty good discount. It's still blooming expensive, you know, even with discount. So I prefer to, you know, not only that, watch videos. I was going to watch films in the comfort of your own home. It's just so much better. I think you can pause it and, you know, get up and get a drink or go to the loo or whatever else. And I just think it's better. So I'm looking at the back row of my Astra Militarum there. I think by the time I've done these, they will probably be ready for doing something again, but I'm hoping to get some varnishing done as well on my Ravelers, just to kind of create a sort of save point. So I'm nearly done with them. But I could use that save point, you know. I can feel a little bit of the breeze coming in through the window there, and that's nice. Well, I think that's the second one, but oh, just a bit on his leg there. So I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. As you know, I'm not thinking about Salute next year. I'm thinking of a different one. Probably colours or something like that instead. Probably. It will give me an extra month or two. Anyway, it'll save me a little bit of money anyway in the travel. And I'm wondering, do I go by train or do I go by car? I'm thinking of going to the Games Expo next year. Don't know anyone that's going there, but I just want to go and film, really. I was mostly like board games and whatnot, but I just want to go and film that one. Film and vlog for my channel. That's what it's all about. I like this. You don't have to be super careful with what you're doing on this first layer paint. That's first, yeah, well, the base paint. What would you get it on there? Oh dear, I don't know. What's the world coming to, eh? Too many wars brewing. Why have we just got to be at war with one another? It just does my head in. Why? There's no need for it. A lot of it's engineered, I think, you know. They say there's a problem where there isn't really. But I just don't know why they want to go to war. Just odd. Cut down the population, I suppose, but damn. You know, you can't believe the news, what gets fed to you. It's all propaganda anyway. So I don't believe half of it. Well, less than half of it. So, yeah. Checking the time there. Do you know what I think? Come to do these. By the time I've done them, maybe the hour will nearly be up. And that will be a nice lot of painting done on this on the bench episode. well chuffed. So I can see what I'm painting and what I have painted. Nice lot of work being done there. Okay, I think he's ready. Yeah. One more with the red skin. Sounds like someone's trying to start their lawnmower. Well, that's the weekend. So it's bound to be, isn't it? It's a pity Genestealers aren't better, statistically, than they are now. Still got to use house rules when you do a narrative campaign. Nothing's stopping you doing that. I fail to see why anybody that wants to play in a narrative campaign would have any issue with house rules, like, you know, doing things like that. The codexes are not really a full article, as they say. Still quite warm though, but at least it's not raining. Sometimes it's very humid when it rains here. That can be quite unpleasant. Trying to get away with not putting any more Mephiston red on the palette. But, I think I might fail at that. Still got his legs to do yet. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Maybe. It makes a funny noise, whoever's lawnmower it is or whatever it is trying to start up. Almost like a motorbike, you know. Right. So looking over the model, as they say. Right. So that's the 4. All models are red though. Just ran out of the Mephiston red, so that is very good. Okay. Righty-ho. think I want these guys to have the yellow as their base colour for the skin, which leaves my Raveners. Just need a bit of a varnish going on here to seal them in a bit. To create a saving point, that's all. That's what I want to do. Well, I may varnish them all, but yeah. Matte acrylic on varnish. Right. We'll use it's not a lot of work he's doing on top of this after, but sometimes you just feel like you need to create a save point. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm just comparing, looking at their skin. There's like several different ways you can get the same sort of looking skin on a Tyranid. Some are easier than others. I think the airbrush method is probably best on the larger models, like my Trigon Prime. Right, this is an old cutting mat. Let's get myself a new cutting mat sometime. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. That was my daughter just calling in to see what I was thinking about tea. You know, to eat tea time. So I said we got a couple of pizzas in the freezer. And that's probably what I'll go for. Yeah. Snap it on the gravel. It's the best way to seal these babies in. I am working on some basing tutorials for beginners, so you know, when you guys see them go up, don't think, oh no, everybody knows how to base a miniature, but I didn't when I first started, so yeah, you know, you never know, people just come across your videos, might help. Just want to try and share as much as I can, because it all comes around, all comes back to you. Get a nice bit of varnish on these shells here. Don't want to be repainting these, I really don't. So, don't want the paint chipping off of there. And when I've done this, I'm going to make my video response for Vince Ventura's topic of the week. I do it sometimes. I can hear my dogs barking again. Wonder what they're barking at. My wife's actually gone around her friends. There's a group of them going over their friends. They're having like drinks and a kind of an 80s afternoon, playing a load of 80s music, which would be fun. It's yeah, it's not my scene, but so staying here. It's my daughter and I, although I don't really see her much. Kind of doing her own thing, you know, typical teenager really, isn't it? Sometimes you're not even sure if they're in the house or not, you know. That's cool. Sometimes, because even when you shout out, you know, teenagers, they tend to be plugged into something or other with headphones in, and you have to go like right up to them sometimes and tap them on the shoulder and go, hello, and you're like, what? Some. There. And that, I think, will do. If I zoom out and look over there, actually, if I can zoom in a bit. So primed these guys, which was good. Done a base coat of Xandri dust on these for their fatigues. I've done these guys' skins, and then I've decided to leave these guys' skins this yellowy colour. Well, I'll just put some wash over that. Don't know what I'm doing with these yet. But then I've sealed these. So just a lot of drying to do now. So I think we'll end it there. So thank you for joining me on this episode of On the Bench with Pete. It's been a blast. As you can see, I've got a load of stuff done now, which is super cool. I hope you got stuff done as well. And yeah, until the next time, guys. Stay cool, stay slinky, keep it real. See you on the other side. All brushes lead to war. Bye for now.